bad attitude. Maybe I am angry inside. I've been through stuff, so I'm angry.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Unhinged America's Next Top Model moments.
Yeah, I know, but your eyes were calling.
I asked you to leave.
Get mad.
For this list, we'll be looking at the wackiest moments to occur in the Tyra Banks Cinematic Universe. Which moment made you question your grip on reality? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Tyra fools us all. It seemed like a normal day in the top model competition when Tyra arrived to impart some wisdom to her pupils, but things turned dramatic when she seemed to be feeling poorly.
I've been working so hard, I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all weak in front of you, but I'm just so lightheaded.
When she fell to the floor, panic and confusion ensued. Miss Banks never misses an opportunity to show off her acting skills, and apparently this was the best way to inform the models that they would be participating in an acting challenge.
Today you guys are gonna learn about acting! Learn about acting! Acting! That was fake!
The contestants and the audience both had to take a moment to reel from the fake health scare. This moment confirmed that the host of America's Next Top Model will do whatever it takes to grab your attention.
I think Tyra's too good of an actress, and that was a very mean trick that she played on us.
Number 9. To gap or not to gap.
I see you got a nice little gap right there between your teeth, don't you?
Thank you. You know, I said thank you. I'm like, I think she bad-mouthing me.
Chelsea Hursley was a determined contestant who fought tooth and nail to place second in cycle 15. Her dedication was put to the test in episode 3 when Tyra suggested a trip to the dentist to widen her tooth gap.
We love your teeth, and if you agree, we'd love to exaggerate that and take you a little bit more to Lauren Hutton.
It's common for models to undergo drastic makeovers to better their chances, but the line should stop at getting their teeth shaved. Fashion trends move at lightning speed, and it's never clear whether what's hot today will be gone tomorrow. Only several cycles earlier, Danielle was asked to do the exact opposite. The judges firmly insisted that her tooth gap would prevent her from getting work.
Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with a gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. It's easier, he's beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Pressuring someone into going to extreme lengths to advance their career is simply irresponsible.
What about the gap?
I love my gap. The gap, I love the gap. The signature gap is staying in my mouth. That's who I am.
Number 8. A rough runway. During a challenge that feels like something borrowed from Tomb Raider, the contestants walked a runway riddled with swinging pendulums. Most of the models were able to make it through with only a few bumps. However, one particular contestant, Alexandra, was not so lucky.
When I first fell, I was horrified, but the competitiveness was just rushing through me like, oh my God, you idiot. Get up, pull yourself together, suck it up.
She definitely gets points for a quick recovery, but the hits literally kept on coming. On her return walk, she was pushed clear off the runway by one of the pendulums.
Oh Lord, baby girl! She fell twice. I was like, oh my gosh.
Luckily, Alexandra suffered no injuries aside from a massive blow to her ego. Not everyone is prepared to land on their feet in 6-inch pumps.
I'm really competitive, and I let things really get to me, and that's something I never saw happening to myself.
Number 7. The Vivienne-Westwood heels. It was bad enough to walk the runway with cockroaches, but then the models found themselves facing one of the most stressful panel challenges in ANTM history.
A new model cannot fall or stumble in shoes like these.
Close your mouth, Gina, you're catching flies.
Anyone daring enough to brave these dangerous yet stylish shoes would say that a successful strut requires practice and nerves of steel. But the contestants were thrown onto the runway with little preparation and only a little guidance from Tyra in the moment.
Just wait. Gather yourself before you step up those stairs. Make sure your ankles are straight. Okay, now you can exit.
It's almost too painful to watch them risk their ankles to prove their skills. As several contestants slid and stumbled, even the judges showed concern. One could argue that no future winner of ANTM has had to endure as much as Danielle did during her season.
Both my feet were just thriving, they were pulsating.
Okay, doctor's gonna be here.
I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this.
Number 6. Janice Dickinson.
Robin, you were supposed to have a nude photo shoot. We don't have a photo for you this week, and why is that?
I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. My body is mine.
In its early years, Top Model tried to show audiences the dog-eat-dog mentality of the modeling industry. When the girls declined to pose nude for a shoot in Cycle 1, the self-proclaimed world's first supermodel used her trademark snark to shame them.
I'd never want to pose nude, no matter how much money or how much, fame I would get.
If you're not willing to do that, you might as well go work at a car factory or a bakery, because that's part of being a model.
Dickinson relished every opportunity to hone in on a model's flaws and make some sort of mean joke at their expense. To this day, she has no regrets about her 4-cycle run as a judge. It's okay to give fair criticism, but this is nowhere near fair, and it's barely criticism. Disregarding a person's boundaries is just inexcusable, and it resulted in the embarrassment of young women on national television.
Well, I wish that I had seen you semi-nude.
Number 5. Cassandra quits. The most time-honored Top Model tradition is the makeover episode. During Cycle 5, we anxiously waited to see which models embraced their new looks and which ones melted down. At Tyra's demand, Cassandra Whitehead was sentenced to receive a pixie haircut.
It's been 12 hours for crying.
If they want me to be somebody and I'm not, then why do I want to do this?
While on set for the main challenge, the powers that be decided Cassandra's hair needed to be cut yet again. After putting up a fight, Jay kicked her off the set.
I said to her, do you realize by not complying with this haircut, where does that put you? And she said, well, I guess I'm gonna go home.
Cassandra's sudden decision to remove herself from the competition is equally hilarious and disheartening. It may seem like a small request, but it is refreshing to see a model stick to her guns and risk her spot in Top Model.
It wasn't just cutting an 1.5 inches of hair for me. It was the last straw in them completely trying to change who I was.
Number 4. The models get their sea legs. Imagine walking on a suspended tightrope, then imagine strutting across cobblestone streets in high heels. After all this, would you be too exhausted to balance yourself on floating rafts?
So it's again to entice the audience, to make it something new, something special.
We're like, in the pool? Are you kidding me?
Shortly after 2 grueling runway challenges, the models were sent to strut their stuff on a runway suspended over water. Watching them collide with each other and fall into the watery depths below was pure anxiety fuel. However, there was some girl power at work as they tried to help each other pass.
I tried as much to keep my model posture and my couture dress looking good, but it was very crazy.
It's not clear exactly what the models are supposed to be tested on. Stamina, maybe? At some point, we have to ask ourselves if we're watching a modeling competition or an episode of Fear Factor.
What I was really thinking was, get back dry, get back dry, get back dry.
Number 3. Death becomes fierce. It's pretty common knowledge that Top Model is notorious for pushing models past their breaking points. However, the show's thirst for gripping television reached new depths when one contestant got awful news of a friend passing away.
You girls are gonna have to portray one of these deadly sins at the bottom of this 8-foot grave.
My mind just is blank. I literally just blink out.
After some brief respite from the competition to mourn, Kaylin Rondot was then directed to set to deliver some fierce poses. This situation would have been less horrifying if she didn't have to smize in a coffin of all things.
I try to control my emotions and just take that energy and just bring it out in the picture.
Though Kaylin was given the option to opt out of this shoot, this would have come at the expense of her ranking in the competition. If you thought this allowed the producers to reflect on their treatment of contestants, you'd be sadly mistaken. In Cycle 8, JL Strauss portrayed a corpse after receiving similar news.
What are you thinking about, JL?
My friend overdosed a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 2. The diaper incident. ANTM has never experienced a shortage of eccentric personalities, and Cycle 5 was no different. Lisa D'Amato wore wigs, talked to plants, and encouraged others to enjoy the zest of life. But during a shoot with the members of the Jackass Squad, Lisa wore a diaper and threatened to use it.
See if they work. Lisa, don't pee in that.
No, please do.
To everyone's disgust, Lisa did end up relieving herself. Audience members watched with morbid curiosity as Lisa soaked up the attention from her peers.
I am embarrassed.
as a competitor to be seen with this type of person. So I'm afraid that Lisa's ruining her chances of winning.
Perhaps the truly unhinged part of this entry is that Lisa wasn't even eliminated for her behavior on set. There are several things a model could be eliminated for, but urinating in front of your colleagues is apparently not one of them.
No woman of class, especially a supermodel and making, is gonna do something as disgusting as pee on herself at her job.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The switch up. After supposedly eliminating 14 contestants, Tyra revealed that they were actually semi-finalists.
But you don't have to go far.
Because you're hot! You guys are the 14!
I literally fell. I collapsed. I couldn't even breathe.
Eva's spider shoot. A steadfast arachnophobe overcame her fear to model some expensive jewelry.
This is what it takes to be a pro, hon. Fantastic.
Hey, Bill?
Yeah.
Might as well take her out of that torture.
She's having a tough time.
50 Cent has had enough. During a party, 50 Cent grew tired of a model's antics and pushed her into a pool.
JL deserved it because she didn't leave that man alone.
Attack of the flesh-eating bacteria. One of the models was suspected of having a contagious disease, causing the house to panic.
People don't want to be around that. We're scared that she's going to touch her face and then touch something and us touch it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Tyra finally loses it. This is a pure example of the adage, never meet your heroes.
Yes, but this is not, be quiet, Tiffany. Be quiet! What is wrong with you? Stop it!
During an elimination, Tyra lost her cool with a contestant named Tiffany Richardson. When Tyra wasn't satisfied with Tiffany's reaction to being eliminated, she totally called her out.
You've been through anger management. You've been through your grandmother getting her lights turned off to buy you a swimsuit for this competition. And you go over there and you joke and you laugh?
This was the first time the campy, fun diva top model persona dropped, and we saw a completely different side to her. The moment has gone viral several times over, and might just be the show's most recognizable incident ever.
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you! Learn something from this! When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself!
According to Tiffany, Tyra was having a bad day on set, and this was unfortunately what pushed her over the edge.
Tyra was never really there, so if me and you wasn't really like that, then don't come at me like that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.